Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks, episode 47. I did not do my normal intro. Whatever. These podcasts are broken down in 4 parts. First, you have how our weeks have been, then the coronavirus news, followed by the comments, followed by some random topic. I'm Dr. Sheep. I'm joined by my co-host, and I'm Phil.
Hi.
Roll the intro before it gets too awkward.
Wouldn't you like
You
to
are a
get
bit off.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. And they're always glad you came.
Alright, are you synchronized again?
No. Anyways, so before we jump into this first part, I was just trying to debate how I wanted to say this. The water bottle, tried to kill himself again. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? It was Wednesday. And, he said some things about some things I said in the podcast. Now, I mean, he was drunk and angry, and that's just how he is. But to be fair, he's right. And, I'm sorry for the things I said. And,
What specific things?
something about, we always talk about, like I said, he doesn't do anything with his life. And I don't mean it in like, oh, he doesn't do anything with his life. It's just, it's not how I mean it. And that's how I come off to people all the time, but I never really mean it that way. And so, it doesn't really justify for any of the things I said, though. And, once he gets better, hopefully, as Mom was telling me, he's doing a lot better this time. I hope we can amend it. And he was... There's a few other things. So, podcast 48, dedicated to the water bottle, again. Anyways, that's how the end of my week went. How was yours?
I was alright. I mean, getting used to the sleep schedule to some extent. Trying to.
Right before classes start next week?
Classes start in what, 2 days?
Yeah. No, a day.
Oh, yes, we have all day today, all day tomorrow, Monday.
Have you been getting emails from your professors?
Yeah. Actually, 2 of my classes have not been set up yet on Canvas, so I have no idea what's going on.
Neither have mine. I've got this. Actually, 3 of my classes, because one of them, the syllabus is on there and everything, but it was as if it was normal. So it's like the finals in December.
So I'm taking 5 total classes. 4 of them are in person, and one of them is just direct online. It's only online or whatever. And so it's a 1 credit hour class. You complete at your own time or whatever time works best for you. But the class has not been set up on Canvas, and so I have no idea who to contact because it's an online class, and so I'm just like, I mean, I know who the professors from when I signed up, so I'm sure I could find their email through the UNL website to get in contact with them. But it's like, I shouldn't have to go through all that. It should already be set up in Canvas for me. And then I guess 2 of my other classes that I'm taking have not been set up. And then the other 2 have already been set up on Canvas, syllabus and everything. And then the professors have sent out emails about like what's going to be going down the first week of class or whatever. So I'm good with those 2 classes. But my other 3, no idea.
Honestly, I think one class, I think they have 2 online lectures posted for this week. The one class, I don't think he's posting anything, at least that I'm aware of. But it's really irritating me because the one professor, he's like, okay, So, because of how many people are in each of these classes, they're like, okay, we're going to send a survey out. We're going to find out how many people actually want to sit in class. And then if there's too many, we're going to have to, like, alternate days or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, why don't you just make it first come, first serve? You know,
Yeah.
if you take the survey or whatever, or sign up for in-person class first, you get to be in-person class. I don't like the switching back and forth crap. That's going to be really irritating.
Wait, so how is your class doing it? Is it
So,
one?
like, one day you'll be in class.
Yeah.
The next time you have to go in, you won't be. You'll be on Zoom.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like that. Because you can't get into a routine then.
What do you mean? Your routine is always on Wednesday. So how my class? So one of my classes, how it's going, is it'll be so one class will be last names A through N. The next that'll be Monday, and then Wednesday is last names N through Z or whatever, and then Friday is specifically on Zoom.
Right. See, the problem is I've got...
So I only have class in-person class one day a week.
Yeah, I
for
don't...
that class.
It's just, I wish they'd be consistent with it or whatever.
The only thing is I hope that all my other classes follow the same thing. So it's not like one, like, I'd rather have it be like, all right, one specific day, all my classes are on campus, as opposed to this flip-flop stuff, you know? I don't really want it to be one class is on Zoom for this day, but then that same day another class is not on Zoom. And so then it's
That's
like...
what mine's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you don't have to go back and forth from Easton City campus. I have to do that. So, like, do I have to be on City this day, or do I have to be on East? And it's just like, no, I don't want to do that. Just have them in person, first come, first serve, call it good. Also, I was thinking, like, how do you make friends now in your classes? Like, you're 6 feet away. Hi!
Hey, how's
How
it going?
are you?
I think it'd be easier to make friends. There'll be so many jokes you can make.
You know, I was talking to my roommate because there's this video where there's this guy named Ezekiel and Tony, and they're on these 2 different islands.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay, where he's like, what's your name? Ezekiel. F you, Ezekiel. And then the other guy's like, oh, what's your name? Tony. Oh, screw you, Tony.
What?
I want to do one of those with one of the people in my class.
Let's see.
Like, hello, how are
Hello.
you? What's your name? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like it.
It'll be interesting. I'm only taking 13 credit hours, so it should be fairly manageable. Class is only Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's like a Tuesday, Thursday off for recovery.
I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Monday. Wait, say it again.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, so you have Friday off.
Yes. But, like, it's, like, literally, because, like, the one class is, like, oh, what day do you... So, it's, like, it's Monday and Wednesday. It's my only class Monday and Wednesday. And the guy's like, okay, what day would you prefer to come in? And I'm like, I don't care. It's my only class that day. I would like to just come in. I don't want to have to sit on a freaking Zoom call that day.
No, I'd rather just not come in at all. Just stay at home.
No. I like the in-person class. I need the in-person
Same.
class. I do not like...
I will
Zoom.
say in-person class definitely gives me the incentive to participate. I gotta tell you, towards the last half of last semester, it was rough. It was like, oh my gosh. You just get kind of bored.
Yeah. Plus, Zoom calls are going to be so irritating. Because, like, I live with 3 other people. We're all going to probably be on Zoom calls then? Like, no, that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all 4 of us on Zoom calls? No, not going to work.
Yeah.
So, it's just like, I would rather it'd be first come, first serve. But it's not going to be.
It'll be interesting.
My one class, so my entrepreneurship classes, I haven't heard anything.
Really?
Nothing set up yet. I'm like, cool. The one's
that's
1
the
credit
way-
and the other one's 3 credit. I'm like, and like the class is like, it's personalized. So like I should have gotten an email or anything from the professor because I know him. But it's just like, I haven't gotten anything. So I'm just like, I'm just going to get an email Sunday night. Like, hey, set up a schedule for me this
So that's the way one of my physics classes is. And so, like, there's nothing set up on Zoom. And so, like, quite literally, like, if I don't get any notifications, how am I supposed to go on this Zoom call or whatever? Like, how am I supposed to, like, even know?
But see, some of my professors, I don't think they're even going to have class this week.
See, what I might do is...
Or there's not even going to be Zoom calls.
See, what I might do is, obviously, so the first day when I wake up, tomorrow or Monday. If there's still nothing, I'll send an email to those professors.
I mean, I guess I was gonna say if it's a Tuesday class, but you don't have Tuesday class, never mind.
I don't have Tuesday class.
Like for me, I could see that like
because I don't kind of want to that Sunday last minute thing. I don't know. I kind of just want to do it Monday. That way, there's no class or whatever. I don't put myself in a position where there is class or whatever. It's like kind of get out of the, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'll just wait till Monday. And then give my professors and then emails and then find out from there what's going to be happening.
I don't know. I don't like this. I wish the university had just been like, okay, you can opt in for online and you're going to be online the rest of the semester or in person. But they didn't do that. They let the professors ask the students, but then so now the professors are like, we're going to have to swap days. I'm like, if the university had gone ahead and done that in the first place, they could have put them in the right classrooms.
Yeah.
Like, for some classes, they did that. And I'm just like, why don't we get that choice? I just realized my finance class has yet to also send anything. And that's like a freshman class.
Really?
Yeah. Can't wait to be for that one. Get to sit in there. Like, so what year is everybody? I'm like, year 3 senior. Everybody else is like freaking like freshman. I'm like, sup, guppies? Get on my level.
Year 3 senior. Year 5 senior. Ay.
I get to flex.
Yeah, you also had a bunch of high school credits you brought.
True. You got screwed. You took all those AP classes, stressed, and then
I didn't take a whole lot. I only took like 2 or 3.
But did you get any credits for those? Because did you do well on the test?
Yeah, I got credit for 2 of them. Well, so I got credit. Yeah, I got credit for 2 of them.
Oh, you didn't get credit for the third one.
No, I didn't do that good on that test. But then
those sound like those AP classes are way more difficult than when I had to take.
Yeah, and then I also changed my major.
That doesn't help.
So it pushed me back a semester.
And then you failed the class.
And then I failed the class, one of the classes.
Lots of classes.
What?
You failed lots of classes.
What do you mean?
Calculus.
By 2. That's 2. That's 2. That does not grant it lots. That's 2.
Well, I mean, if 0 is good, more than 0 is lots.
I think of lots as a majority.
You wouldn't be sitting here if you failed the majority of your classes. You'd be sitting through summer classes. You wouldn't be going to university, probably.
Yeah. Anyways,
that's why I say 2 is lots.
Okay. Anyways, so that combined with the fact that some classes are only offered once a year as opposed to every semester also kind of adjusted things. Because if classes were still offered once a semester for my major, I probably still would be on track. Because I wouldn't have had to take other classes in replacement and push myself back a semester. Because I think I could have easily have switched some classes out that I didn't really need to take in order to graduate on time. But because of the fact that some classes are only offered once per year, it kind of ruins the whole ordeal.
I've run into that problem, but you just replace it with a harder class. Or a class that sounds harder anyways. To be fair, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of these classes I wanted to take that just got dropped because nobody took them.
Yeah.
Which they sounded easy, but the more I think about it, they either A, were secretly easy and nobody knew about them, or B, they were really hard and so nobody took them. Maybe I dodged a curveball there, but either way, it really upset me because now I have to take a class that sounds really boring.
Yeah.
Although, you know what's really fun? So, I'll tell people what I'm taking, and I'll say finance, and they're like, finance, that's awful. And I'm like, it's a freshman class. They're like, oh, well then, it's I don't think it's going to be that bad. And it's like family finance. It's personal finance, okay? Mm-hmm. It can't be that hard. It's meant to be an easy class. And then I'm like, economic development of a third world country. Third world countries. And they're like, oh, that sounds great. That sounds just right up your alley. And I'm like, why does everybody say that? Every time I say that one, their eyes light up and like, oh, that sounds just right up your alley. And I'm like, why. But to be fair, I've already taken an economic development class, so I think I should be somewhat well reversed. But to be fair, I didn't listen in that class. I really don't remember much of anything from that class because I don't know what she was trying to teach most of the time.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, this is fresh knowledge. But I got to take some pre-test for that class, I think. Have you ever had to take pre-tests for classes? Because like my one class has pre-tests before and then it has pre-tests and post-tests. No tests.
So I had one of my very first physics classes. It was like pre-lecture questions, like questions so you could gauge where like it didn't count for your grade or anything.
No, this counts.
Yeah, so I guess in that sense no, but it was like he gave you questions just about general knowledge, so you kind of knew where the whole class stood in terms of like their knowledge on physics, if there's like misconceptions or anything that he needed to like change or whatever. Because obviously if he goes into the class and everyone just understands the complete opposite of, of how the world actually works, we have a problem.
Newton's first law is inertia. Inertia is a property of matter. Objects at rest will
continue
stay
in motion.
Rest. An object in motion
will continue
throws
to
it at a damn
accelerate.
kid. Will stay in motion unless, well, it hits a child. Any questions?
No, a body at rest. No. It goes like this.
Oh, cardinal.
You are random.
What? There was a it was a cardinal. You don't see cardinals very often.
Up.
Squirrel.
Doug. I love Doug.
No. How I do inertia, a body at rest will remain at rest until his mother yells at him to get his slutty hell damn butt out of his bed.
Wow. Anyways. No,
We need to add that word.
No. But?
Yes.
Oh.
But in place for
donkey.
the A substitution.
I don't know yet. It's tough to decide.
What about the word for feces? Can we add that word?
No.
You said you're
I know for a
contemplating.
fact you cannot say that. Every YouTuber bleeps that one.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think they say some do, some don't say but it's just,
Let's see.
that one's a little tougher, but feces they bleep every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't say that at
No,
all.
they also bleep female dog.
Huh.
And
I feel like I've heard PewDiePie
And the son
use
of
the
a
F-bomb.
father who was not married. Actually, nobody even says that one. So
Oh. No, I've heard
it's not very common to swear anymore.
I feel like I've heard PewDiePie use the F-bomb though.
Right, he used to. Not anymore. Not as much anymore. Because he has to bleep it.
Why? Doesn't he make enough money?
No.
He doesn't really need. See, eventually I feel like.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's about getting people to watch it. And if there's too much swearing, YouTube's like, no.
Oh.
And that doesn't get pushed in the algorithm.
Yeah. Oh, I saw. I don't know if this still. It doesn't really fit in this segment, but I saw a really cool video about MrBeast and taxes, because see, MrBeast is like a game show kind of where he gives out money, and so the way taxes work is actually really interesting. Actually, he's on H3 podcast.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
About his and he's talking about taxes, and what's really surprising is that there's a whole lot of tax deductions. Not deductions. There's a whole lot of taxes that come with game shows. So, for example, he made the comment that I guess supposedly the reason why so many game shows like to give out like cars and big trips to like Hawaii and all that is because there's like an $8,000 tax that comes with that Uncle Sam needs to take away from that prize. The problem is the game show doesn't pay that. When they give you the prize, it comes out of your pocket. You pay the taxes on it. So most people don't have $8,000 sitting in the bank to shove to put away for this $30,000 car they just brought in. Because a $30,000 car
Nobody
you
else
brought
can't
in.
afford the insurance.
Yeah, because the car you just brought in, or say the trip that's worth 14 grand, that's not cash that you can just take out of. It's something that you either cash back in or whatever. I don't even know if you can cash it back in. I don't think they let you. And so it's either you use the prize or you don't. You can't cash it back out for the cash and then substitute the cash for tax money. No, you have to have the tax up front, which means that most people end up turning down the prize. Which how the game show makes money because they get money from people watching or whatever, but then they also get money from people not taking the prizes, so they can just roll the prizes over for the next person to keep rolling over because most people don't have the taxes.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Beast was making this comment. So when he likes to give out money because he can just tell the people that he gives out money to. Say he gives out 10 grand to a person, to a random stranger. He can say set aside 30% for taxes. You'll be good. He gave them cash. But the episodes where he gives people little cars, it's a little more difficult because
That's why he buys cars for people now. He doesn't actually
Yes.
give them for him. He buys them for him.
He buys them up front. But see, if he gives them to them, I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's different because it's still like a game. His channel still seemed as a game show, and so when he gives someone a prize, they're collecting something, and so I don't know how the taxes on that quite work. Even though he bought it full out, I don't know how that works. But I will say that it is a tricky matter for him because he spends like millions of dollars on videos.
He also spends millions of dollars in taxes. Some
Yes.
guys like, Mr. Beast, you don't pay taxes. Mr. Beast's like, I pay millions in taxes.
He has a lot of money to pay in taxes. And so it's like, I wonder how many deductions you can get because H3 Podcast made the comment that, all the stuff you do is business oriented. So it's like, I bet if you had some like Saul Goodman accountant, you can get some good deals.
Yeah.
That's when you become big YouTubers.
That's how Netflix and Amazon got away with paying like $12 in corporate taxes.
You need a Saul Goodman lawyer and you need a Saul Goodman accountant. That is how you do good.
Well, yeah, and like Amazon got paid by the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't pay taxes. They got paid by the government. Netflix paid like $12 in taxes. I love the memes. People like shelling out 30% of their income for like taxes. Corporations paying $12. Oh man, I just
because there's all these rules in the tax book. That I guess the average person doesn't pay attention to because it doesn't apply to them. But some of the really good lawyers, they know this stuff.
Accountants.
Accountants. CPA, certified public accountant. Some of they know this stuff. They know all the fine print, so they're like, "I get you a good deal, my friend."
That's why you get an accountant. Don't do your taxes yourself. I know a lot of people like, but the taxes. I'm like, yeah, an accountant will almost always get you a tax return.
Yeah.
And so it just comes out of that.
But how good a return you get is dependent on how good your accountant is.
I get a good return.
No, but I think about when you're a big YouTuber, or like when you're a guy making millions.
Oh, once we're YouTubers, we won't pay taxes.
What? What?
We're gonna start our own country.
Yes. We'll be our own country. No taxes.
So I was on Twitter last night tweeting about Chad.
Yeah.
13 million people that look like they could need some help. We're gonna ride in, overthrow their government that's already having civil war. Squash the rebels and install democracy. Because Chad is the most Chad place. And we're still going to keep it Chad because Chad's an awesome name. Plus it's named after their lake, which is also drying up, which is sad.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was like, what's the weather like in Chad? Not the same as here. Or at least in their capital it was at like midnight last night.
Hey, Chad, how's the weather
It was
over
90
there?
degrees with 94% humidity. I was like, yep, sounds about right.
Hey, Chad, how's the weather over there in Chad?
It was like 96%. It was like 94% humidity at 90 degrees. I was like, yeah, that was here. That was this today. Might have been even warmer here today.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chad. Also, follow us on Twitter.
Oh, by the way, I think was it either today or tomorrow. Mr. Beast has his island video
Well, that's
coming up.
today. We're in the Survivor Challenge.
Yeah. See, think about the taxes on that. An island, my friend.
Yeah, well, I hope Chris or Carl wins it.
Yeah, I kind of hope it's one of the randos that you don't really see too often.
I hope it's Carl, because Carl's never won.
That is true. Well, neither the other half of the contest, because it's always their usual 5 or 6 people, but then he had some of the new people, a part of that group of 10 that helped with the lottery tickets. What?
I still can't believe $1 million in lottery tickets, and they still didn't win. That's crazy. That means the odds in winning are still above 1 in a million. What he needs to do is his next video, buy the odds. So, suppose the odds are, like... These are scratch-offs, though. Yeah, so whatever the odds are of winning a scratch-off... hello! Hello. You might want to move that. Oh, this is the smart dog that can actually climb. Please don't touch the keyboard. We're going to have problems. I'm glad I'm wearing the mask. There's a lot of hair in it. Why are you laying next to me? No, don't put your head on me.